Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome to the Sagittarius reading. This is going to be from my Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Risings. Hello and welcome, 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 welcome. Um, so I do want to let you guys know some updates. So the first update, of course, is that I've updated my website. So if you go to the description box below, you'll see my website there. But also, if you go to the My Services tab, now available on my site, you can now book a reading with me. So we can sit down one-on-one and maybe go through some things that or some questions that you just want answered based on my offerings that are on that site. So make sure you follow the steps there so that you can book a reading with me, because I would love to sit down one-on-one with you. But for the collective, this is going to be for the collective for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Risings. I just want to say that to make sure that you're watching for your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs to get that full astrological dashboard. I know that I've been quite here and there, but I am definitely hitting every sign for this month for the reading. So make sure that you subscribe, especially to make sure that you see my next few videos if your Sun, Moon, and Rising is still coming up. Make sure you hit that notification button as well so you know when I post a new video so you can see it right away. And also just making sure that you comment if this resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, of course, as always, let it fly. It'll probably resonate in a different message for your Sun, Moon, and Rising, unless your Sun, Moon, and Rising are all Sagittarius. And then in that case, this is your read. Make sure you book a one-on-one with me so that we can go more in depth. But this is going to be for a collective reading for all my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Risings. And without further ado, let's talk about these quads. These quads. Oh, I got a lot of cards, so I'm just going to reshuffle. Oh, that one flew right out. Ooh. So just so you know, I am using the Druid Tarot as always, but I do also have the Modern Witch Tarot here as well that I got this week. So I'll be using that for my clarifiers. The Druid Tarot is what I pull initially because these are my oldest cards and I love them. I resonate with them so deeply. So there we go. Okay. Okay. So starting from the very, very top. Oh my God. I feel like you guys got the opposite cards than my Aqua. Like, what is that about? What is going on with y'all? If you have any Aqua friends, please check on them. But for my Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, we're starting off with the Ace of Swords. So you're already starting off this month cutting out a lot of the things that maybe are not serving you, or just, things that are not going to be meshing with you moving forward, which is good. It's a good place to start out because you already start out knowing that there are things that you can't take with you or keep taking with you along your journey. I love that for you. Okay. And then we also have the Four of Cups here. So I'm also seeing that, maybe this cutting out will make you feel like you have a little bit less to work with than what you usually do. But if you look in the background here, as you can see, she's only paying attention to these three that she's already maybe consumed, or anything like that. But she's not paying attention to the fourth one that's just back here. Right? Maybe she's keeping it for a special occasion, or maybe she just forgot about it. But that's what I'm feeling it's going to be like for you guys this month. You guys are going to be, because of all the cutting that you're doing right now, it could seem like, like this is just going to be it for the rest of the time, but it's not. You have some sort of abundance just waiting in the wings for you once you remember, once you get back to it. And I'm also seeing the Three of Wands here, right? So the Three of Wands usually talks about, excuse me, making a choice, taking action based on the information that's presented to you. So it's no longer like the Two of Wands where you would be taking an action between two very creative or two very like actionable items, right? It's like, oh, I could choose this or I could choose this. The Three of Wands more talks about the information presented to you that allows you to make that choice that is the right choice for you, right? Threes are once again like an odd card. Like you're dealing with circumstances where it's like it's not that you have a choice, it's that there are options, but you know which one you're going with already. Like you already kind of see the path that has been carved out. It's nice that all the other stuff is there, but you're just like, like I know where I'm going kind of thing. That's what I love about the Three of Wands. it's not necessarily a fork in the road as it is like there's a signpost and it's like right way, wrong way. Already laid out for you. So I love that. And then for the Queen of Pentacles here, I can see that it's a like your material life might be good, or you might be feeling in that seat of abundance already. You might be feeling your generosity and things like that, and it's because you've already gone ahead and cut out things that no longer serve you. So you're in a space where you're like, yeah, making decisions that are best for me. I'm abundant in my mindset. I'm moving forward. This is amazing. I love that for you. I'm hoping more of that for you for the months as they come, but that's a really good place to be, a very powerful and like, in my own reign kind of place to be, which is where I love Sages. I love Sages in their reign. It's very good energy for you all overall. And then I also see the Two of Swords here. So there is maybe a choice that isn't seeming like a choice to you. There may be some circumstances that are causing you to be a little bit stuck. Not that you don't have a choice. Like it feels like you don't have a choice, but we always have a choice, right? So it could just feel like this is what it is with that certain particular thing, and there's no real way of changing it, or it just may seem like there's no real way of changing it. um, but I'm also seeing that with the wheel at the end here, that you're coming to this place where things are definitely going in your favor. And I feel like it's because you started off the month like cutting out things. So now all that can come in are good things. And you're a Sag, right? You're ruled by Jupiter. Good things probably naturally happen to you, the right place, the right time kind of thing. Or if you're one of those Sages who are like, that never happens to me, really think about it. Really go back through your life and be like, hey, were there some opportunities where I didn't even see that coming, but it just happened to be something for me? Like small things like that are things that sometimes you can overlook, especially if you've been good for so long, right? You're just like, well, these things are just natural. Maybe they're just natural to you. Maybe they're not natural to everybody, right? Things like that. So I don't know. It seems like a good spread already, but of course, I'm going to come in with my clarifiers because I want to know, what is this Four of Cups energy really about? What is this? Like, you've cut out things that are not serving you, which I love, but then you've got this Four of Cups energy. Why are you focusing on the things that you don't have instead of the things that you do have now that you've cut out all of those things? Or you are cutting in the midst of cutting those things out? Because it may not be easy. Ooh, there we go. All right. What else? What else do we have? Wow, you're getting a lot of a lot of air cards. Okay. Yeah. Can I have one more clarifier? Can I have one more clarifier for the Four of Cups? For my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Ooh, that one just flew out. Okay. Okay. So the reason that you are focusing more on the things that you don't have than the things that you do have come up with Justice, the Queen of Swords, but also the Five of Cups in reverse. So Justice talks about, getting getting the just reward. So if you've done good in the past, it's most likely that good will be done in the future. If you've done bad in the past, it's most likely that bad things will come to you in the future, because that's just the way of justice, right? You'll get exactly what you deserve. Not exactly what you want, but exactly what you deserve. And then the Queen of Swords talks about, once again, being more logical in your decision making, being more willing to be the bad guy of the situation, to say what needs to be said, to do what needs to be done. That's logical, that makes sense, regardless of what anybody else may think. And then we've got the Five of Cups in reverse. So usually the Five of Cups talks about, lack and, not having as much, or focusing more on the bad things and the good things, like with the Four of Cups. But because of the Five of Cups in reverse, I'm feeling like this is more to do with the fact that um, you aren't you. It's like you are, but you aren't, right? It's like with this energy, the things that are necessary, right? You know that it is the way that it is. You can't control everything, so it's like if something is hurting you, if something is out of place, if something no longer meshes with the world that you're in, you know logically that it needs to go. That's what the Queen of Swords energy is kind of about. And with the Justice energy, it's like you did good things in the past, most likely, which is why the Justice is coming out in upright position with the Queen of Swords. So you've most likely done good deeds in the past, which is why good deeds are coming up again in the future for you, as what kind of like a way of karma. And then with the Five of Cups reversed, it's like you're on this seesaw of this balancing act. Like you don't want to be happy to cut things out, but in cutting things out, you achieve more happiness. So it's like kind of like a weird seesaw that you're on. So I understand the energy. I understand why you're focusing more on the bad than the good, because it feels like you have to focus so much more on the bad to cut it out than all the good things that are coming in because you cut out the bad things. So that's fine. That's totally acceptable, totally acceptable. Um, but it's also something to be aware of, right? You want to make sure that in that balancing act that eventually you do get to start focusing on the good things that are coming in because of the bad things that you've cut out. I think that's a good place to be. It's it is what it is, right? So why not? Why not just start focusing on the good things? Um, I don't know. I kind of want to clarify this Two of Swords in reverse just because I was a little thrown off by it. And look, two cards just came flying out. Third card. Woo! Okay, so for this Two of Swords in reverse, we got the Devil, we got the Seven of Cups, and we got the Five of Wands. Didn't I tell you this is about choices? So the Devil talks about being passionate, but being obsessively passionate about something. The Seven of Cups talks about, choices, the amount of choices that you have in front of you. And then the Five of Wands mostly talks about, like um playful banter between you and other people, you know what I mean? Just like it's like an actionable card because it's wands, but it's like, like playful and joyful activities that you can have with other people, just having fun, and maybe being a little bit politically incorrect at times, but everybody's on the same wavelength, so it never really becomes an issue. But going into excess can always be an issue. It's a five. It's an odd card, so it's not like you're safe. It's kind of more like your energy is being receptive from the people around you, kind of thing. So with the Two of Swords in reverse, I'm feeling that this lack of choice of the options in front of you are because you are so obsessed with the amount of options that you had that it's not really clear exactly what options that you have, right? It's like, oh, I have this and this and this and this and this, and that's great. But does it actually pertain to your situation? Are those options even something that you would consider going with in general, right? Like, do they matter? Like, having a lot of options is always great, but if they don't matter to the road that you're going on, what's the point? It's just a bunch of shit before you. Right? So I feel like with this Five of Wands kind of energy, what you need to start focusing on is how the way these things make you feel. Like, do you feel happy when you think of some of these things? Do you feel like you could do that long term? Does it add to your life somehow? You know what I mean? Does it make you want to do something out of the ordinary? Does it make you want to go down a different path? Things like that. You should start thinking of the things that kind of like you should start thinking more of the things that make you want to have fun, the things that make you want to play, the things that make you want to create and go in that way. I feel like with all sages, that's something that sometimes gets overlooked. You can be in this very logical, this very you know straightforward kind of way, but there's always room for play. There's always room for activities that increase your happiness in different ways than just what it needs to be in a logical sense. I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but it makes sense to me right now. And I feel like that's the energy that you're in. That's why you may be feeling a little bit more generous with your time, your energy, things like that, because you have all of these options before you. You may be just to make this more tangible, maybe you're getting invited to a lot of things. Maybe people really want to be in your space, be in your energy, but maybe only one of the options really makes you laugh, or maybe only one of the options really makes you want to start a new project, or build from the ground up, or anything like that. Whatever is lighting your passion, I feel like that those are the options that you should start going with, right? Like, that will help this wheel turn more into the direction that you want it to turn in. Good things are coming in regardless. I'm just saying that if you stop focusing so much on the things that you're cutting out at the start of the month, then you'll really start to appreciate all of the things that you'll have gained by the end of the month, and all of the roads that you can take, and maybe the one road that makes you light up even more, right? Or maybe that one road that just makes you forget about all the stuff that you've cut out, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm feeling for you guys. That's ultimately what I'm feeling for you guys. And I actually wanted to pull 3 more cards for you, just because I want to. I don't know. For my Sag sun, moons, and risings, I just wanted to pull 3 cards apart from your spread, just to see what's going on um, for you as well this month. Ooh, okay. And your cards just literally popped out of my hand. Yeah, see? And the 3 cards that I pulled for you, the first one was the 6 of Wands. The second one was the 8 of Wands. And then we've got the Fool card. So, yeah, this talks about, being the master of your domain, some sort of victory. And I feel like the victory was over the things that you no longer need. You guys are starting out doing the necessary work. So by the end of the month, all you have left is play. And I love that. You've also got the 8 of Wands, so like a quickening, all of these good things coming in at the same time, because you've done, once again, the necessary work. And then we've got the Fool card, so a new start, a new beginning. That's where the wheel comes in. All of these new things, good things coming in. You feeling in your power, in your energy. I love this. I love this for you. November is definitely your month. Maybe it's because it's Scorpio season turning into your season, which is Sag season, but this is good for you. So maybe even by your birthday, you feel all of these rewards really coming in, but that'll, of course, be in your December reading. So make sure that you subscribe so that you see your December reading as well. But yeah, I'm loving this energy. I'm loving this spirit. I'm loving this for Sages in general. Keep doing what you're doing, because it's clearly successful. It's clearly good for you. And I will see you guys in your next read. This has been so powerful. I love the Sag energy for my Sag sun, moon, and risings. Make sure that you go ahead and watch for your sun, moon, and rising signs. Get that full astrological dashboard. If this really resonated with you as well, make sure that you are booking a read with me on my site. So go down to the description box. You'll see my site listed there, and in the My Services tab, you'll see the offerings I have available. Make sure you follow the instructions in there to make sure that you get time with me to do a reading one-on-one. And I love this for you. So subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you in the next video, my Sages. Bye. Have a great rest of your November.